Coming up, a memorial in Mayfield to honor those who lost their lives in this weekend's tornado outbreak.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. We have lost 76 fellow Kentuckians from last week's tornadoes. Their families and communities are devastated, but one man is making sure they are not forgotten. He traveled more than 1,000 miles collecting donations and thousands of flowers to put up a memorial in downtown Mayfield. Chad Hedrick has more.
Matthew Ferguson, Megan Flenner, baby Oakland Coon, and more than 70 others gone. Their lives cut short Friday night as tornadoes ripped through western Kentucky.
It really comes home for people to see them like this life was lost, you know, in this tragedy.
This memorial stands outside what was the Graves County Courthouse. Now it serves as a place for the community to mourn, to heal.
What happens when these tragedies hit is that people don't know what to do, right? So I hear this thing, a lot of people walk around like zombies. This is essentially giving them a little push to give them a gathering spot, right?
Leo Soto is from Miami. This is the second wall of hope he has created. The first one after the Surfside building collapse. He heard about the tornadoes and connected with Michaela Watkins after she tweeted some pictures of victims. He wanted to do more, wanted to honor those precious lives.
The reason for these pictures is that you can understand that there's a face behind each casualty. Sometimes people get a little numb to, you know, these fatality numbers, and it's just another incident.
It's so important because we get caught up and we just forget that some of these people, they were someone's family member.
Seeing it in person takes your breath away. It makes what happened last Friday that more real, that more overwhelming.
It's been incredible. The amount of hugs, the amount of people that have said, you know, thank you for giving us a spot to, you know, unite. I actually had a National Guardsman walk up to me and say, hey, it's been really depressing these last 4 days, and then this is the first time that I feel some hope.
A feeling this community needs as we remember our neighbors in western Kentucky. In Mayfield, Chad Hedrick, WKYT.
Leo has now started the Wall of Hope Foundation. He plans to travel the country and put up these memorials should there be a tragedy in other communities. You can find the website in this story on WYMT.com. Big Sandy Community and Technical College is hosting a donation drive, and then one of the college's instructors is driving the donations to western Kentucky. A BSCTC is filling a tractor trailer with supplies for storm victims. The idea stems from the college's CDL program, where one instructor came up with the idea and volunteered to drive the truck and trailer to a sister college, Owensboro Community and Technical College, which is close to some affected counties.
Community is everything to us. We are here to support each other through good times and bad, and we really come together and we pay it forward because people have helped us in the past, so it's our turn to help them.
School officials say the trailer will be leaving on Monday at 8 a.m. You can find out more about what can be donated on the college's Facebook page. As families begin to head out for Christmas vacation, Cousin Eddie is staying with some family in Pikeville. An RV is parked in the former Big Lots parking lot in Coal Run as Johnson's Home and Garden prepares for a holiday fundraiser to benefit families in western Kentucky, reenacting the Cousin Eddie camper scene from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, allowing photos with the fake Eddie while encouraging donations to families who need real help this year.
They're not going to have a Christmas. Our kids and our families will be around a tree. They don't even have a house to live in. So something to help brighten up their day, we think is going to help. And that's what, you know, the toys for the kids. You know, I don't know what child can have a Christmas without, you know, knowing Santa Claus is going to be there.
And we're serious, Clark. The event will kick off at 1 o'clock. KSP and the Pike County School District will be on site accepting toy donations while the store takes up monetary donations. And we are teaming up with the Salvation Army to raise money for tornado relief efforts. When you support Kentucky Rises and the Salvation Army Disaster Services, 100% of your donation is applied to the disaster survivors in those communities. There are several ways to donate. You can text HL Tornado to 51555 or go to WYMT.com.
That was a good-looking vehicle, ain't it? Anyway, we're continuing to see something that's not so good-looking, and that's our weather as we've gone through the evening hours tonight. We continue to see showers pushing through the region. I-75 in Mount Vernon, you see what we're talking about when it comes to some of those showers dampening the roadway. Some folks maybe headed home from the late shift or something of a similar nature. It was a warm day today. Many of our spots got up into the low 70s. We tied a record at Jackson and as well in London with those temperatures of 70 and 69 respectively, both set on the same day in the same year, 6 years ago in 2015. Temperatures out there right now still mild for this time of year, though cooler than we saw earlier today, mid and upper 50s around the region. Watching some of those showers continuing to push through the region, mainly across the Kentucky River Valley, the main rain shield off to our south. But we're going to continue watching those showers as we head through the overnight mid-50s for those overnight lows. I'll have the latest on when more showers, though, could work into the forecast coming up in just a bit. Steve?
Evan, thank you. A court date is set for an Eastern Kentucky sheriff accused of assault. Police say Owsley County Sheriff Brent Lynch assaulted a girl involved in a fight at a basketball game at Perry County Central High School. Sheriff Lynch will be arraigned in Perry County District Court on January 24th. He faces one charge of fourth-degree assault. School districts across the country are advising parents about a potential TikTok challenge. It's designed to encourage students to make violent threats against schools tomorrow. Law enforcement agencies say these threats are not likely credible, but many are working directly with schools to increase security patrols out of an abundance of caution. Kentucky officials joined Volunteers of America MidState's leaders in Manchester this afternoon. They celebrated VOA's successful grant application process, claiming $1.5 million to help vulnerable eastern and southern Kentuckians while impacting the workforce shortage. WYMT's Zach Hawk met with an outreach specialist at VOA that has a unique story.
Sue Fox has battled addiction since she was 16 years old, finding help in a Volunteers of America facility.
I started going there when I was, when I first come home from federal prison, and I just stuck around. I, got involved
With helping other recovering addicts.
Let them know that there is a different way to live. It's a real humbling experience when I walked into the rooms and I seen like 70 people there trying to do the same thing that I was trying to do.
Fox was trying to get clean, stay clean, and contribute to her community in a positive way.
I was part of the problem in my community, and today I try to be part of the solution.
And that is exactly what she is today.
That's what it's all about to me, just to be able to help folks, let them know my experience, that I'm no different than you. I've just put a little bit of work in to get to where I'm at today.
Thanks to a federal grant, Volunteers of America hopes to help people find the success Fox has found.
We know we have an urgent need to get Kentuckians back to work. We also know one of the key reasons Kentuckians aren't working is because of substance use disorder. So this grant really speaks to the heart of an urgent need.
VOA officials hope to help 350 people from active addiction to recovery to employment. Fox will be there to help.
I'm real grateful that I'm able to be a light for somebody else.
Officials say the program will be up and running by the end of January. In Clay County, Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
Volunteers of America MidState's officials say this Workforce Opportunities for Rural Communities program will help people battling addiction recover and later find employment in hopes of addressing the workforce shortage across the Commonwealth. To celebrate a broadband expansion project in Clay County, a ribbon-cutting ceremony was held today. The event was hosted by Clay County officials and members of Windstream. The new internet service will bring in jobs, help several organizations, and give people a reason to stay in eastern Kentucky. Kentucky Senate President Robert Stivers says that effect is already being felt.
These young men here in Clay County that are working, actually putting this together, and doing the construction, for lack of a better term, they're getting paid.
Stivers says more than 8,500 people will see internet service improvements by the end of January. A new children's book is on the scene, using scenes from the Pikeville Police Department to teach kids the roles and responsibilities of officers. The book, called Hammy Visits the Police Station, written by Elizabeth Thompson and illustrated by Christopher Epling, brings the department mascot, Hammy, to tour the department. Honoring fallen Pikeville PD officer Scotty Hamilton, Officer Scott gives him the tour. Proceeds from the book go toward the community outreach program and Christmas with a first responder.
This is just a recyclable situation where we have a tool for the community to teach the parenting experience with the child, that moment together, and then the funds from it going back in to help kids again. So it's like a win-win.
The book costs $5 each. They can be purchased on Kindle. Physical copies are available at the police department or a weekend book signing event, and we have more about that on our website. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, with the nursing shortage continuing to affect hospitals across the Commonwealth, how one of them is planning ahead.
And continuing to watch showers work into the region for the end of the week. I'll have the very latest on totals on the way.